your host, Tamara Caulder Richardson, a 6-time near-death experiencer, an evidential medium, and Christ channeler, and welcome to my Wednesday Wisdom Wednesday spiritual shorts, where you get quick spiritual wisdom right at your fingertips. And if you enjoy this channel, please subscribe, tell your friends, like, make comments, and consider being a channel member. I have once a month my love leaders that meet for $24.99, only $24.99, where we're able to get together and discuss their spiritual goals, as well as I offer intuitive counseling. And there's other perks there on the side starting at $2.99 and up. So everything is available, and everything you do to help this channel, even if it's a one-time donation, really helps finance this channel, because there are quite a bit of finances associated with that. I've been doing a lot of funding myself and really appreciate my channel members that help with this. So thank you so much. Okay, so today's topic is something really different, but Spirit put it on my heart to say this, and that is 5 health benefits of laughter. I notice, and I look around a crowd and think about it. How many people do you see laugh? Really laugh? You know how children laugh? Children laugh a lot. But as we get older, things are so serious. And ask yourself, when is the last time that you really laughed, really had a good belly laugh? And you probably could count it on your fingers. I remember the last time that I had a good belly laugh was, really, when you think about, I've laughed in between them, but there was a comedy that came out. It was so funny. And I had a friend of mine that came through where I live, came through my town, and said, I had to visit a friend here. She was out of town. I've known her for years, this friend of mine, and said, and I had to visit a friend in the hospital. She had some brain injury. It was quite horrible. And she said, I'm depressed. I need to do something to be cheered up. I'm very sad. And it was actually her idea. And she goes, what do you think about going to a comedy together? We've never done anything like that. And I was like, okay, sure. So we did. And it was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. I think it was whatever, when they take their wedding dates, and it was these crazy wedding dates that they, go to a wedding. It was just really funny. And I remember laughing so loud, and it's one of those things that is juvenile, where you laugh and you're embarrassed to laugh, but everybody else in the room wants to laugh too. I laughed so hard, we were crying. I had everyone in the theater crying. So after the movie, my friend and I went to the ladies' room, and we were just still laughing. And a girl came out of the stall and said, oh my God, I recognize your laughter. You have the most infectious laughter. You made everybody in here laugh. That it was, so yeah, it was funny, but our laughter is infectious, and we forget to do that. And life is, look, we live forever. We need to learn to have joy in this world, because God put us here, but we have to find our own joy. And it's usually in the simple little things. So I want to talk to you. There are some real benefits, real health benefits of laughter. And I want you just to reflect. We get so serious. I don't know what happens. Why? And so I want us to really kind of bring it down and just be more human and be more real and think about this. So why is laughter important? There's a lot of reasons why that is. One of the things is that laughter, what is it? It is a form of self-expression. It also shows your intellect and wit. Different, very, base sense of humor. Where people are getting hurt, and it's base, and I don't like that. That's not my cup of tea. But some people might like Monty Python, that kind of sense of humor where it's very clever. I tend to like very clever. I also like a little slapstick, just a little bit as well. I have my favorite movies are more simple and kind of innocent and cute, but I do like cleverness wrapped up in with that. And so we're created to laugh because there are actually health benefits to that. And I want to go through the 5 health benefits of laughter. And I want you to think about, what's it going to take to get you to laugh? It's really important to our mental and physical health state. So number 1, first of all, laughter connects us. It doesn't matter if someone can't speak your language, if they're not speaking English, because the laughter is a human thing. And I've gotten tickled with people that cannot speak English, and because they're human. And we click, it's fine. But it really does connect us, much like music does with people. And it connects us from different religions, different languages, different races. The laughter has a different energy band. It's a lot. It's just simple many times, and I know that there are, you think about comedians. Some of those, again, are base, not really my cup of tea. But like Jerry Seinfeld, he was always really, I mean, he's still one of the best known mediums. He was pretty clean humored, but he was very clever and he was really funny and he used everyday analogies. And every day it can be funny. I have no problem laughing at myself. If I didn't, I don't know. I mean, I probably could just cry because life is difficult sometimes, but I find things funny. I find there's humor and funny things in life, and even the most simple of things. But I can recall being a child and being in the classroom, and that was so serious. And when the teacher would leave the room, oh, I had everybody laughing. Oh, I was the class clown. I had everybody laughing. I had them giggling. I raised the energy. The teacher would come back so serious. I want to know what was going on. So it does connect us. And think about the simple moments where laughter connects you with people. Even think about when you're with family, really fun family events or friend events. And there's usually laughter involved. And that's usually some of the things that we like with our favorite people, is that we can laugh with them. Or, as I like to think of, when people like my jokes, it really goes a long way. We want to be able to connect with people. So the laughter does help connect us. Number 2, it is a stress release. I mean, it's really hard to be mad when you're having a belly laugh. Let's think about it. It's really hard to be upset when you're laughing. It just is. And one of the things that my husband and I used to do, we somehow got involved with it a few years ago. We're not really involved now, but we used to do this like swing, jitterbug, dancing. And I would be moving so fast on that dance floor and I'd be swung around. It was so fast. I would just get tickled. I would just start laughing because you're moving fast. I mean, it's very athletic. So things where you're moving fast, that can also, or if you find yourself in a challenge, that can get you tickled, but it doesn't have to just be like a movie. So it's the simple things. Again, you could be bowling and you could go, oh my gosh, look what I did. I mean, just little things to be able to, and it's okay to be able to laugh at yourself. So it is a stress relief. And it's also part of that, a physical release, kind of like it is when you cry. I don't know why I'm not much of a crier, but I sure do laugh. I laugh a lot. I laugh at me. I laugh at life. I laugh at other stuff. I laugh when people say funny things. I just laugh. And I think it's important. I think that's one thing that I did learn from my mom and her side of the family and the Belks. They have had and have a great sense of humor. They're very funny. And the dinner tables were okay because of that, because they were very funny. They would make jokes and they encourage you to kind of jump in there and make jokes with them. So it does help the body in terms of it is a physical release. And it improves your mood because it's just this wonderful, beautiful, organic release. And have you ever seen someone like at a funeral or someplace, or somebody's hurt in the schoolyard, maybe growing up, and they start laughing? You go, oh my God, that's so inappropriate. They're just trying to have a physical release. Maybe they should cry. Some people that should cry, laugh, and vice versa. And it's just because it's a physical release. So I know that it's a little easier for me to laugh than cry. I'm not saying I don't, but I laugh a lot easier. And so know that it is actually doing something. It is something that is being able to get out of your system. It also, number 3, it relieves pain. Laughter may be a way to ease the body by producing natural painkillers. It also brings a temporary relief to the situation, whether it be mental or physical. So it's not long-standing, but it does help. But I remember when my sister-in-law was in the hospital and she had terminal cancer. And we would have moments, we'd laugh like, can you believe I'm doing this? Can you believe so-and-so? I remember at this point, she, was terminal used to be gorgeous, Marcy, my sister-in-law, and she was a model, and she was very thin at this point, and she probably only was around 2 or 3 weeks, but she was in the hospital at this point, in and out, and she was in the hospital, and she said, boy, a male nurse came in there and said he's really handsome. And she used to be so stunning. She didn't have any hair and this and that, and she was just very weak. And, it was a pretty dire situation at the time. And so I looked at her and I said, well, do you think I should leave the room and give you a few minutes? And she looked at me like, did you just suggest I make out with the nurse? And I looked at her and I kind of winked, and she laughed so hard. She could not stop laughing because she's looking at the situation. Tubes are all hanging out of her, and she used to be absolutely exquisite. And we laughed. We both laughed so hard. We got so tickled, and it can be really great for easing tension. It was what the situation needed at the time. We both had a good laugh over that. So it can be a stress release. It can increase your mood. 3, it does help relieve instant pain. At that moment, she did not think about her pain. She didn't. It really brought her to a higher level, which is the 4th one. It accelerates your healings, which improves your immune system. Otherwise, these negative thoughts that are spoken or manifested produce chemical reactions, and these chemical reactions can overload the body with additional cortisol, extra adrenaline that you don't need, which can burn out your adrenals, dopamine, and growth hormone. But instead, with laughter, it can actually produce the good hormones and the good endorphins to be able to counter that with the laughter. So it is a very positive thing. It can help your immunity. So it does help your immune system. And also it helps with that as the second part of that. It helps with your immune system, but it also helps rise in energy and your tone level, which raises your serotonin levels, as well as your personal confidence to be able to help in different situations. So that's, it's not just a health benefit. There's so much to this. And number 5, it touches and opens the heart to receive information. Now, Jesus told me that. He said, if you can get, when I was in heaven, one of my 6 near-death experiences, he said, when I was in heaven for 3 days, I had a coma. One of the things he said, if you can I need help. Now, if you can get people to laugh, they've gotten very serious and forgotten to laugh. And I thought, oh gosh, they have a disease. But he said, if you can get them to laugh, I was 5 years old at the time, then it was going to open their heart, and they're going to be a lot more receptive to whatever you've got to say. And I was like, I don't know. I think I can do that. So laughter is important because we can't manifest things when we're very serious because it's too thick and low vibration. But if we're laughing and we're lighter hearted, that it can not only heal our heart, but heal others. And like I said earlier, it is infectious and contagious in a good way. This is a good way, kind of like a smile. So there's even people that participate in laughter therapy or laughter yoga, where you sit and laugh. And I have been to one of those. It's silly, but you don't have to do that. You can find your own way. You know what makes you laugh. My husband likes to put on Mystery Science Theater, and he just sits there and laughs to himself. So, some of the things are funny, but there's certain things that I think is funny, like Austin Powers. I think all those are really funny. So whatever makes you laugh, maybe just have a night where you do something like that, and you're just like, this is your laughter night, or a funny book, or whatever it is, or silly dancing around the house. I used to dance to commercials, only with a commercial. Really bad dancing. I'm actually a pretty good dancer, but there was really bad dancing, and that was always a lot of fun. Or dancing with my dogs. So just think about it. It just helps get us out of that rut. It really turns things around. It is also a form of creativity, like I said, self-wit and intellect, to be able to express yourself. But it is a release that we all need. So instead of crying, let's try to laugh together. And next time, I'm going to talk about the second part of this, which is the 4 techniques to shift humor from hurt to happiness. And there's some really fun things that you can do that I'm going to go over with you. That's something that you can incorporate in your life. So make sure you click and subscribe. Watch next time on Wisdom Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and make comments. And support this channel by becoming a member. Thank you for your continued support.